Here we are with Substation Design Suite, and what we want to do is do a Substation Design Suite physical install. What we want to do is make sure we have our items prepared for install. We want to make sure we get the installation document. We want to make sure we have Autodesk Inventor installed with all the latest service packs. We want to make sure we have the licensing credentials. These are sent by email to the primary contact when you purchase the software. And we have access to the login to the substationdesignsuite.com for the support, licensing, and documentation. This is also sent by email to the primary contact. So let's get these items. So I'll go into Windows Explorer, come into Substation Design Suite. This website will be changing in the near future, but I want to log into here. So right now, presently, we have to page down to log in to the site. Once I log into the software, I can get into my installation getting started document. Here's a document for installing Substation Design Suite for PNC as well as for the physical product. So I can right click on here and go to Save As, and then I have a copy of it that I can keep, or I can just print it directly from here as well. So what we're going to do is follow this document to some degree, but a little bit more simple in this demonstration. The next thing I want to do is get into the downloads and licensing and e-learning area. And here we can look at a number of things. This has a number of tools in here, but first I want to look at my products, Substation Design Suite, and I'm going to download the latest version. Now in my case, I have all the past history versions, but in the case for individual users or for customer users, we are going to look for Inventor Toolkit 2017 to 2020. We have one software that works with several versions of Inventor, and here I can download this file. Once I download, I have an MSI to install. What I also can do in here, I can look at my licensing. We don't need it right now, but I can come in here and review licensing issues as well. I can do some self-service licensing. Once I've downloaded my software from my products page, what I want to do now is to get into that software and install it. We look at the latest version, and we've changed the latest version. If you look again at the version we're downloading is 7.4.1. So if we have that one installed, we do not need to do an uninstall. If it's previous to 7.4.1, we would need to do an uninstall. I can look at my apps, and you can see in my apps that I have 7.4.1 already installed. So I shouldn't need to do an uninstall to install my Substation Design Suite for Inventor. So I'll come up into my downloads, and in this case in my downloads I'm going to install the latest version, 7.4.3. So I am going to install this one. This is the most latest. This will be released early April of 2020. I'll come through my steps to install. I'll go next. I accept my license agreement. Now I have my licensing credentials from the email that was sent earlier, and I'll put in my licensing credentials. Once you place in your credentials, you can see that your network license has been activated. I'll say OK, and I will install and finish. And with that, I am installed. I will look at my apps just to clarify that I have the correct version installed. I'll look up SDS, and you can see I have the SDS Physical, and I have that latest version I had created. So I have it installed. It uninstalled the previous version of 7.4.1 and installed this newest version. I can now come into my Inventor. I'll open up my Inventor and we'll see that it is installed. I've opened up Inventor 2020 and I can see that I have it installed with SD Getting Started up here in the corner. As I mentioned earlier, Substation Design Suite for Physical will work with 2017 through to the 2020 versions of Inventor. If I want to go further check, I can come up to File, New, and open up an assembly. The toolbars for Inventor only show when you are in the assembly mode, so the IAM files. Once I open up this file, I can see I have the ribbon panels for all three. Occasionally what may happen is that your tools, add-ins, come down to Substation Design Suite and it may be blocked. So we don't want it blocked, we want them both loaded. So we may have it all installed, look good. We may have to open up the assembly and unblock these in the add-ins, and then we'll have it working. We improve that it's working by these three ribbon panels. We've installed a single seat of Substation Design Suite. What we want to look at is the silent install. So on our website, we have the silent install examples that can be followed. This also can be downloaded, saved, and used for silent installs.